Welcome back to Bianca's Tarot. Today we have a very special video today. I'm collabing with the amazing reader Lexi the Leo. Her content is on point. Like, I don't watch a lot of readers personally on YouTube. I'm very picky with who I go to for readings and who I watch for readings. But Lexi is definitely the real deal. I don't think she's giving personal readings as of this moment, but her pick a card readings are super in depth. Like, sometimes I'm watching her videos and I'm like, how the f did she know that? But nonetheless, yeah, she's also a great person too. I've been speaking to her on Instagram for a couple of months now, and she's awesome, very awesome. And today, this pick a card reading, the theme is centered on what about you inspires others. I'm excited to do this theme. I've been wanting to do this theme for a minute, so it's just beautiful that me and Lexi are doing a similar theme together. So we have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Just pick which pile you feel drawn to, your intuition, which crystal you feel drawn to, and then we are going to start. All right, so pile 1, this message is very interesting. So as soon as I was channeling your messages, when I was picking out the piles earlier, I kept hearing like faith in humanity and loyalty and a great friend. The Lovers was the first card that came out. So what about you inspires others is that you're very, like, you guys have something about you that is, you restore like faith in humanity. I know that's like such a huge statement, but with the star here and the Lovers, I do get this feeling that you guys have such compassion to you, almost in an empathic way. I feel like this is a pile of empath that inspires others, that there's better in the world. You represent like a shining light in this world. I do feel some of your souls, you guys are like new age souls, so souls that are meant to like I'm hearing like age of Aquarius, Gen Z type of energy. So you guys have a inspiration to you just about the like your compassion. You're the type of person that is there for people through tough times. You don't give up on people. um you don't let people dim your light as well. But I feel like you are the purest example of what a great friend should be and what a loyal person should be. Because with the Lovers and the Four of Wands, I do get you inspire, especially in your dating life and love life. I'm not trying to make this a love message, but what I'm feeling is even people you've dated, they're like in awe of you, or they're inspired by you in some type of way. Like, they know you're kind of diamond in the rough, I'm hearing. So you're like rare. You have, because not as many people are as, how do I say this? I'm not trying to say like the world is doomed or anything, but we live in a world where you would think it would be easier to meet like kind and caring and thoughtful people, but it's not. It's not a, this is not a world where making friends like is like that easy. Like, I mean, real friends. So with the Lovers and the Four of Wands, you inspire people by how much people can count on you, by how loving you are, by how you really like add value to people's lives, you know. And I think especially in your dating life with exes or people you've come across in that lane, they see you as that as well. And with the Devil and the Four of Cups, right, it's also talking about friendships. Like, I feel like you guys have been there, so you guys have been extremely loyal to friends. And with the Devil and the Four of Cups, unfortunately, maybe that was not reciprocated. But you know how some people, some low vibrational people will go through certain difficult experiences, and they let that, they justify that as an excuse to kind of be cold or whatever. I feel like pile 1, you guys have been through some things where if you really wanted to, you kind of could have. I'm hearing like a joke from spirit, like the Joker origin story. Like, you guys could have had an origin story where you could have turned into a colder person or a meaner person, but you didn't. Instead, those experiences made you even more compassionate and more understanding of people, and more loving. And you did not let others' toxic ways change you as a person. Instead, you became an even better person. And with the Six of Wands and the Two of Swords, what inspires you, what people are inspired by is, I'm hearing like the heart chakra, but like your your character, like your morals and your values. And I think your one mark on your legacy is how you made people feel in this lifetime. I think your reputation is just one of it as a really great person, but a really loyal friend. It's like I keep hearing loyalty like over and over again from spirit. So that's really the main thing that inspires what your people are inspired by from you. Like the fact that you don't let things affect your character. Like you guys have such high morals and values, and you treat people the way you want to be treated. And it does inspire people, especially people you've dated or people that you've fallen out with, your friendships. Like it's like you're the type of person where like people don't realize it in the moment sometimes, but once you're out their life, they're like, oh shit, I really did lose out on like a really great friend or a great companion. um yeah, you add a lot of light to people's lives too, and a lot of fun. This pile is also very sarcastic, so something about, I don't know why it's coming to my head channeling, something about you, especially the way some pile one grew up. Like you guys had like a great humor to you. Something about like your sarcasm, like your funniness. Funniness, is that a word? Whatever. Your humor is also inspiring. I feel like this pile could also be, I don't want to say comedians, but I'm getting like sarcastic type of like dry humor in my head. Has anyone watched the show Skins? Like I don't know why that's popping up in my head, but I'm picturing a character in one of the friend groups. Like I just saw Cassie in my head. And I also saw JJ. One of the characters. If you don't know Skins, then that's not gonna. This is not gonna. You're not gonna get it. But for those who've watched Skins, those are like some characters coming. Like you really have that like, uh, just like a really awesome personality trait about like that loyalty, and it's rare to find. And I think some people have definitely regretted losing that in their life. Okay, especially with that the star here again. So let's move on to some oracle messages. So we have heartache and loss, accelerated motion, and shadow. Another thing I was channeling, you guys don't run away from difficult times with people. I feel like this is a pile that has been with people through thick and thin. And there's an energy about forgiveness I'm hearing. Like you guys are really forgiving. It might have been hard for you to balance that out maybe recently or in past times, because people, you know who also I'm seeing in my head for pile one about what inspires you, what people are inspired by from you is, I know this, what was it called? Squid Game? That show that went popular on Netflix. There's a character, I'm not going to spoil the show for those who haven't watched it, but there's a character in that show that, I think his name was Ali or Ali. Um, he's the only Indian character in that show, and he has a heart of gold, but unfortunately, I won't say the character does it, but he does get taken advantage of in the show. And people with hearts like yours and empaths like yours, you guys maybe have had to learn some hard lessons about like boundaries, because you do see the good in your friends and the relationships and stuff in your life, but unfortunately that maybe has could have made you like a people pleaser in the past. So I think with the heartache and loss card, that's what I'm feeling for you guys. But I also get this energy about you don't take people for granted. I think you guys can recognize, I don't know. This is a really empathic pile. Another thing about you guys is you guys can like you're getting better with navigating relationships in your life. So you're meeting people that are gonna match your vibration instead of walk all over you. And with the accelerated motion card and the shadow card, again, like when people show you their shadow side, or when people are going through tough times, you don't judge them. You don't like you don't mind seeing the truth about people and situations, and that's what makes you. That's why I kept getting friendship, because you don't. And maybe that's why I'm hearing Gen Z too. Like, you guys are not judgmental, and I feel like there have been people that have met you that it's been like refreshing, because some people that have been friends with you, whether you know it or not, they grew up in a really judgmental household or judgmental environments, and you showed them compassion. You showed them what it was like to be accepted and welcomed and loved, even. So that is something that people have been inspired by you, like that they really appreciate, and they might have not seen it then, but they've seen it like maybe years down the line, or after they had the time to really reflect on it. With the extra oracle cards here, we have home. May your body be where a harmonious balance of love, strength, light, and pleasure lives. We have 24 empty. The ending and beginning lie at either side of this same door. You have a lot of eights too. Eight could be significant for you guys in some type of way. I have forgiveness. I just said that earlier. Hurt blocks our light. With the home card, there's something about when you guys were children. Like, I don't know if you guys have funny home videos, or there's something about and with the Four of Wands too, there's something about like the home you grew up in. Like, you guys brought a lot of light to your home. I also feel like some people I don't want to make this like a codependent message, but like, because you can't be at home for people, literally. Like, everybody has to have some sort of independence, but you feel like home to others. You feel like you, this pile could be water signs as well, or have water in their chart somewhere. It doesn't have to be that the case, but you are so accepting of others' religions, of others, and you know, that really should be the bare minimum. Like, everybody should have this in them, but again, you guys represent how the world is shifting, and how we should really, how humanity should be moving forward. You know, I feel like if there were more people like Pile One in the world, like the world would be a more peaceful and harmonious place. And with empty, the ending and beginning lie at either side of the same door. Yeah, I do. I also feel like something with your sacral chakra is healing. It doesn't have, that's just a general message I'm getting for pile one. And with forgiveness, yeah, you guys are really forgiving, but I think pile one is learning to be forgiving without like completely letting people take advantage of them. Like, you can forgive people and not allow them back in your energy. So setting boundaries, essentially. And the last card here I have is Eternal Gatekeeper. Acknowledge, assert, and protect what is right for you. You're really protective of your loved ones as well, I have to say. I feel like you guys are like ride or die. This is the ride or die pile, which inspires, which is what people are inspired by from you. Okay. So let's get the final oracle card. So I have infinite abundance. You're fully supported as you devote yourself to your divine life purpose. I do feel like pile one is on their purpose. I do feel like part of your purpose is related to empathic and healing abilities. And the final message we have is peace. You guys represent a peace in people's life. So we have 33. It says compassion, forgiveness. Wow, you have forgiveness twice, don't you? Yeah, forgiveness. That's like coming up even in your oracle cards. So, all right. Compassion, forgiveness. These are the real ultimate sources of power for peace and success in life. By cultivating peace, the profound universal wisdom within you will rise above greed to practice generosity wisely. Transform hatred into acceptance and anger into loving and kindness. Your conscious choice to transcend these delusive forces within you will be the moment you experience profound inner peace. Some of you might be elders in the house. The first like you might have a younger sibling that also is inspired by you as well. I'm hearing. Um, yeah, you guys represent a peace and light into the world, and that's what inspires others from you. Okay, especially the people you have considered friends in the past, and especially like I mentioned before, anything in your dating life or your love situation. Yeah. Again, I want to reinforce 8 is a theme. So 8, you could be seeing 8s lately. 8, some of you are life path number 8, or something's connected with August for some of you. 3 is also significant. I got a lot of 3s in the reading. But nonetheless, thank you so much for watching Pile 1. This was an amazing reading. If any of you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can. The description, the link is, I always mess that up every video. The link is in the description below. Thank you guys for watching. I'm sending love and light your way. Bye bye. All right, Pile 2. You guys have a lot of messages, so let's hop into them. So what makes others inspired by you? You guys have the 6 of Cups with strength. You know how to control yourself. You know how to... This is a very fiery pile. You don't have to be a fire sign, but I'm getting a lot of fire energy. And I do get this energy with the throat chakra, especially with the 8 of Wands. Like, you guys have a lot to say. This is a very opinionated pile. As I was channeling the messages, I kept picturing a motivational speaker. You guys are very inspiring and motivational. I feel like you guys know how to lift people up. That's another thing that inspires. I don't have a lot of things about communication, but intuitively, I mean, in terms of the cards, you know, I don't have a lot of sword cards, but intuitively, I do feel Pile 2. You guys, you have a gift with your voice, a gift with the throat chakra. So there's a gift about how you articulate stuff. Like, you guys have a... I'm also hearing like controversial opinions. I don't know if this pile is into podcast, or like you have definitely something that inspires is like the way you can disagree with people. Like, it feels like you guys have a thing about like I'm even seeing like TED Talks. Like, I feel like you guys the things you can go on and on talking about is inspiring to others. And with the 6 of Cups and strength, like what I was saying before, some of you have worked with children. Some of you have a child that has literally been inspired by you. So if any of you have been in like teaching world or have worked with kids, there's a kid that still remembers you and is inspired by you, is what I'm feeling. I also get this sense that even from childhood, there's something inspiring. You guys matured faster than others, and I also get that was impressive. There was something even adults saw in you as a child that was that inspired them. It's interesting. And with the strength card, that's about like taming the beast, putting down the ego, pushing forward, perseverance. I do get this, you guys definitely have a testimony as well. As we move into the 10 of Swords and the Hermit, I think what inspired you don't care about what's popular, what you need to have to fit in. A lot of people are inspired by your ability to move alone and move independently. Some of you might be Virgos as well, I'm hearing, but you guys have you inspire people by how you can just like put your hands up and leave, even if it makes you look crazy, even if it doesn't make you seem like you're with the popular crowd or whatever. I think this pile has been through some things where they definitely had to be their best friend, their own best. And like, I'm hearing Me, Myself, and I, that song by Beyonce. Like, I think you guys have had that, and you're meant to speak about that. I think Pile 2, you're I don't want to speak for everybody because it's free will and it's a general reading, but part of your life purpose is definitely to talk about your experiences. Like, you guys are great storytellers. The way you have moved through things in life independently, and the way your mind works, and the way you don't confined to the norm easily is inspiring in itself. Yeah, you guys don't take shit from any. You guys don't take shit from anybody, especially with the Ten of Swords and the Hermit. You're like, I don't really care. Like, I don't. This could be a pile that curses or has a sailor mouth or used to have a sailor mouth, I'm getting. But it's inspiring. It's inspiring. And I think people wish they had some of that oomph. Like, you know, like you're definitely not a pile that people forgets because your personality is so inspiring in itself. And it started from young age, too. It's like something you've always had. So as we move into the Oh, also, I have a lot of travel cards too. I think another thing that inspires others with pile two is your ability to just pack up and leave or travel. Some of you, if that doesn't resonate, you're definitely going to have a lifetime where you, a life purpose where you, your experiences traveling in other countries or other places, like you talking about it, is going to inspire others to do the same. That's for a small amount of you, but definitely like a lot of messages about that, you know, you guys have, like you, that I don't give a fuck type of thing. It actually inspires people, and I think you guys are more willing to go through any difficulties, literally being alone, than conforming to any sort of crowd. You hate that bullshit. Like, excuse my language, but you hate that shit. You've seen through it. You've been very aware since children. Yeah, so let's move on to the oracle messages. So we have base chakra. A lot of fire energy, like even with that red, I feel like with the base chakra, that's all about, to me, it's similar to the, like you're really grounded, and especially with the number one, this is a pile that some of you might have Aries in your chart as well, but can stay, like you guys don't double back really. I think you're like really confident with your voice and opinions, and almost like intellectually as well. Like you inspire others with how you can just stay planted and firm on decision making, and you kind of just naturally get respect from that. um I'm hearing some of you, it could have been influenced by your father's side, your personality, and like what makes you inspired by others. Because I'm picturing like a strong like father that's similar to you or has similar traits to you. Doesn't resonate with everybody, but I also have obstacles and challenges and moving on. Yeah, you guys have been through a lot in life, but with those experiences, like you guys have learned to, I don't think this is a pile that dwells on things a lot. Like I feel like you are the type of person that's inspiring, like even like I'm even seeing like a dating coach, or like you know how to just move on from things because I mean, you've had no choice but to. And I think the way you've finessed that, like the way you've learned your lessons, other people need to hear it, you know? I don't know if it's like through podcasts, through books, or just vlogging or talking. Like that's pile two's energy for me. And it's not just funny, but like again, I keep seeing somebody walking with their chest up. Like there's something about that energy with like that's really what inspires people with pile two. With moving on as well, right on top of the Hermit and Ten of Swords, again, you guys stand out and inspire others by taking the high road and not conforming to any things that society expects us to be as well. Um, with inner, so we move on to the other oracle cards. We have inner life. Your inner life is a garden to be cultivated. Definitely an old soul. I think you guys are old souls, and I don't know why I keep seeing you guys as children picking up things faster than other children. Like your soul feels old. Like it feels like that's another thing that inspires people. And I don't know if teachers told you that or noticed that, but when you guys were young, like adults noticed that in you. Like they noticed that from childhood that you had that. I also have spirit self. Be who you are as you are. That's exactly what I was channeling. That I don't give a F. Like you guys are just unapologetically you. Some people could be Leos watching this or have Leo in their chart. It doesn't have to be. You keep getting fives. Yeah, you guys have mastered how to handle conflict as well. I think this is a pile that could have been on the debate team, or would have been great on the debate team, or could be great in the law, even though I didn't get the justice card, because the way you stand up for yourself and the way you talk about you guys have a testimony, and I think within that testimony is how you guys learned how to stand on your own 2 feet, you know? And with the unknown card, we have knowing the unknown, presence of absence, hold what is absent in the presence of your love. Yes. So I also feel like with the Hermit card, what inspires others about you is your mysteriousness with the unknown. Some of you are come off like mysterious, like people find you super interesting, like they want to know more about you. I do feel like pile 2, this is more of a, I'm not saying you don't have to be completely introverted, because I do feel like this is a fun pile, like that has that extroverted qualities. But with the Ten of Swords and the Hermit, like y'all don't trust a lot of people, and I feel like that's another thing that inspires others, because I feel like you've learned hard lessons about trust, and it's like this might be my pile. Oh my god, but I feel like you guys have learned like how to move more with your intuition and your judgment, rather than going to a bunch of people and getting advice. Not that you don't get advice from others in your life, but I think you, especially like from when you watch this is a timeless reading, you're gonna start to be inspiring to others in terms of how you learned how to trust yourself more, is another thing I'm channeling. Okay, so the last 2 oracle cards, I have you're on the right path, keep doing what you're doing because it's working. Yes, pile 2 is definitely on the right path, especially if these messages are resonating. I also have 11, pure mindfulness. Mindfulness is, and I kept saying that it's something like intellectually as well that people are inspired by. Mindfulness is the miracle by which we master and restore ourselves. With mindfulness comes the awareness that what has happened in the past is only memory, and that what is going to happen in the future is but a form of fantasy. Be still and open to the most precious moments that life presents to you. All the opportunities and blessings to be found are unfolding for you in the now. Yeah, you guys like to have fun, and I also feel like you like to stay in the present, and you don't like to dwell on shit for too long. Not that, I mean, all human beings dwell, but you've learned to like kind of just pack up and go. Like you're like, all right, you guys don't waste any time, and you hate people that waste your time. This is a straightforward, get to the point, I know what I want, I know who I am, pile, and that inspires people, because I don't think some people have that quickness to them. I think it's for some people compared to pile 2, it takes them more time. But since a young age, I would even say like 6 to 12 years old, that range, you learned how to like pick up on things a lot faster, which inspired a lot of people around you. And you inspire, I also want to add a note. 10 of Swords and the Hermit, pile 2, you don't realize how many people you've inspired, but you've inspired a lot of people. I don't think you're aware of it though. Some people that have been inspired by you are not even in your life anymore, I'm hearing. And I'm also hearing that like not even in your adult life. I keep getting that, something with like the way you were as a child. So yes, that is your reading, pile 2. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check that in the description below. The link is there. I hope to see you in my next videos. I'm sending love and light to you guys. Bye bye. All right, pile 3. Channeling a lot of messages for you. There's a lot of things besides the tarot cards that are coming through psychically, as I just turned on the recorder, so just give me a second. I don't know, has pile 3 have you guys ever been in sports or physical activity, or there's something of the physical body that's also inspiring? I don't know, something physical. It's interesting because the other piles didn't get this message, but something of the physical body that's inspired. That's such an odd message, right? But I'm getting something with the physical body. If you were in sports or some sort of like creative activity growing up, that was inspiring. Like, let's say if you were in ballet, I'm hearing for some of you, there were other uh, dancers maybe that wanted to be as good as you. If you were in football or if you were in kickboxing, karate, I'm just getting some sort of inspiring with your physical self, your physical self. This pile could also be on a physical transformation as well. That's inspiring or will be inspiring. That's for some of you. Don't be get in my comments, tell me it's not resonating, take it or leave it. It's a general message, but that's just what I'm getting immediately. Like it's like the physical, something with sports. um Along with, so with the 9 of Cups and the 6 of Swords, um this pile, some of you smoke weed. I don't know why I'm getting such random messages. I'm not saying you guys are stoners, but I also just channeled like the movie Pineapple Express, and that 70s show, like, you know when they're all in the circle, for those who've seen the 70s shows, and they're just like all laughing. Like I get this funny laid back vibe to you guys. It's inspiring. Like um not taking things too seriously is inspiring, from that other people are inspired by you with your personality. um Especially with the 6 of Swords, calmer waters, healing progress. You guys are really laid back and chill. I feel like it takes a lot for to shake you guys or to make you like spaz out. It's not like Pile 2, which I just channeled. Like it would take a lot for you guys to show the shadow side. I mean, like I feel like for the most part you guys are constantly in a high vibration, in a laid back vibration where you're centered and grounded with yourself, where you don't need like some. I'm picturing almost like there's a clip of Kobe Bryant playing basketball, and I think there was another opponent of his that was trying to like rile him up, and he didn't flinch once. This is that's what I'm channeling. So Pile 3, you don't let like people like intimidate you a lot, or even if they think they've got one up on you, like you always end up having the last laugh, which is inspiring to others because you know how to get the last laugh without looking like a total maniac. I don't know why I'm getting that. That's a message because 9 of Cups and 6 of Swords. You guys also have the ability to manifest really quickly as well. You guys inspire people about how like you live your life peacefully and without as much drama. Like I feel like y'all be seeing people going through all these ups and downs. You're like, I'm chilling over here. I don't got any of that. So that's inspiring in itself. And I'm also picturing Yoda. Like, people look at you as kind of like a little monk or like somebody that's in their own world where you guys have more peace than anything. Again, with the Chariot and the Wheel of Fortune, you have a lot of cards of manifesting here with the Judgment as well. Um, Ambitious pile. You guys go after for what you want. Like, how do I explain this? Yeah, you guys definitely, once you have your mind set on something and a vision, you chase after it. You don't let too much, like I'm hearing tunnel vision as well. You guys have a better tunnel vision than most, which is inspiring to others. You guys also help other people have, I don't want to say ambition, but you help people find their way in life. Some of you could be life coaches or have dipped into psychology as well, because I feel like you guys can help, you guys help people navigate action, like planning, like okay, what can we do, what's the solution. Like you guys are really good planners and problem solvers. That's inspiring to other people because some, it's not as easy, it's not an easy trait that comes to most, so that's like something you guys were just born with. And with the Wheel of Fortune, with the good luck card, has, I wonder if Pile 3 has had random good luck happen sometimes, or like just things just solve. How is this inspiring? This is such a random message. I'm going to try to articulate this the best way I can, but some of you guys have a gift where, whether you're aware of it or not, I'm getting like you guys have a natural gift of manifesting, and the universe, I mean everybody has spiritual help, but there's something like even stronger with this power where I'm hearing, yeah, this is my pile of witches and spiritualists as well, but you guys have a way of letting the, like, trusting the universe to the point where it might not make sense to others. Like, go more with spiritual insight and invisible help and your heart chakra rather than going with the mind all the time. You guys don't like to, or something you're learning to, like, just go within, and it kind of spooks people out. And this could be a pile of tarot readers or psychics as well, where, like, people are, like, kind of in awe of your gifts, like, holy shit, like, how did, like, she's not even stressing over it and things just kind of worked out for her. That's inspiring in itself. With the Four of Pentacles and Judgment, your spiritual beliefs inspire others as well. This could be a pile that has taught someone something new. You guys, there's someone in your life or in some capacity that has learned a lot from you that, like, if they had never met you, they wouldn't have learned it at all. And it's related to spiritual beliefs, though, because with the Judgment card, it doesn't feel so much religious. I'm not trying to make it a religious for spirituality thing, but you've taught people how to believe in, like, a higher power. Like, some of you are, like, have so much knowledge as well. Like, you're an encyclopedia type of, like, Google in a person, where you have some knowledge about a certain topic that is inspiring. Like, somebody wants to go to you for a specific, like, insight or whatever, they loved going to you. And you know how you're really great at action too. With the Wheel of Fortune again, I feel like with the that card especially, you guys roll with the punches. That's what inspires others about you too. Like, you guys know how to roll with the punches and to stand on your own 2 feet. The Chariot is a independent card. I think I said that in another pile as well. You're tapped into that divine masculine side of you, where it's like there's no crying and bitching. It's like, all right, well, what's the solution? How do we move forward? You know? So that's like that strength within you that is inspiring. Like I said though before, for a small amount of you, it's something, you've inspired people with, like, whatever you did, like your hobbies. Like, I don't know if it's sports or something more related to the music or dance. Anything creative really is something inspiring as well. Um, I also feel like you guys are Switzerland when it comes to people. I'm channeling so many things. Like, you guys like to find the middle ground with things. You don't like to let things sit in negative energy. Like, you guys are really good at, like, maybe if, like, two friends are having an argument, like, finding the balance. Not like a counselor, so to say, but kinda. And that inspires people as well. That natural ability you have to play, like, good cop, bad cop type of thing, in, like, stressful situations. So with the Oracle cards, you have authority, which doesn't surprise me. You guys have more of, not saying you're not feminine for the females watching this, but you have mastered the ability to tap into the divine masculine. See how he has, like, his arms, like, his, he had just, like, a stance of, like, I mean business type of thing. So I do feel like you guys know how to, there's something inspiring about your authoritiveness, like, but you don't have to make a big scene about it. Some people that really want control or demand respect and stuff, they go about it in a way that's kind of like over the top. You guys know how to just attract that naturally without making a scene. So there's something with some of your life path numbers could be 4, or you're just really tapped into that Emperor energy of demanding what you want and being really authoritative and being somewhat of a elder to people. You don't have to be older than the other person, but you have that skill to logically plan something through and go with action about it. Like, it's something that some of your father is inspired by you as well, or the men in your family are proud of you. It's specifically like a grandfather or father. I feel like somebody needs to hear that message. You keep getting 7s as well with the Choose Wisely card. You guys are really good at going in directions in life. I feel like a lot of people are need you for like, oh, like so and so, I need your advice, like which decision should I take. Like you guys know how to see the context and things all around you, um and then move ahead with action. I think a lot of your life purpose, pile 3, like you guys are definitely meant to lead in some sort of way, is what I'm feeling. Like you guys are have a lot of leadership qualities that are inspiring. You don't need to like wait on anybody. I feel like you guys are gonna be, you guys, especially with the 7, I'm hearing, like, I don't know if there's something significant happening with 7 for you. That's just something I have to channel real quick for you, but especially with the balance card here. See how he has all his tools, like the magician. You guys definitely have a lot of talents and gifts that and I know I'm trying to keep this on a positive note, but I get almost like, if some of you were in sports or some sort of competitive type of hobby or whatever, I almost feel like some people were jealous and others were inspired at the same time. Like I get that, because you guys have so much gifts and talents and abilities to offer into the your experience here on Earth, that it is kind of intimidating, especially with the Father card here. With the waiting game card, again, you guys think before you react. This is not a pile that gets easily rattled. Like you guys are the exact opposite of a chihuahua. If I have to explain it in those terms. That's inspiring. So we have repair, making amends rather than fun times, reveals a relationship's true constitution. Have you guys ever been like the middle ground person, or the person who has to kind of like, you're in between two people and you kind of had to resolve things? I feel like you guys are really great at like making peace with others, like, or taking the high moral ground, but like seeing different people's sides. Like I feel like you guys have such a great mind where you can see context, like your open mindedness and your laid back and your chillness and your chill personality inspires others, because some people are too extreme with their opinions, and you guys have mastered the balance of like being the glue in the family, the glue in the friend group, the glue and just where maybe the workplace. Like you guys know how to like just level things out. I have the card enough, you were born enough. I also feel this pile, your self-esteem. I think this is a pile like, although you guys are laid back and whatever, you guys don't need to go back and forth with people. Like I feel like this pile has also mastered the lesson of self-confidence, but also not letting people rattle your peace or shake up your peace. You can't deal with that at all. So this pile is, I think you inspire others in a sense where like, whether people realize it or not, they wish they had your ability to just move with peace more and love more, because I feel like some people have tried to test you and tried to like get you on a low vibration and just never worked. So a lot of other people are inspired by that. With the lantern card, consciousness is light. You guys are very conscious with how you move in life, especially with the choose wisely card. You don't just hop on things. You I almost feel like, I'm surprised I didn't get the hangman. You guys have a great way of changing your perception on things and then moving along. You don't just rush into things. It's related to especially relationships, friendships or romantic relationships. Like you're very conscious about your surroundings and what feels right to you. I also have inner integration. There is peace, equilibrium, and fulfillment in integrating the inner wild with the taming and tempering effect life has on us. Some of you, what's another thing that's inspiring about you is you're breaking generational curses. Some of you might not have been, I don't know what this is, again, this is a general message. There's something about your family cycle or family background where I think you're helping, or your ancestors are proud of you for breaking some sort of cycle. So I feel like there's generations of people in your family or whatever that also are inspired by you. I think you also inspire people in your family that are maybe older than you, whether you realize it or not. So that's inspiring in itself. A lot of messages. Again, pay attention to 7, pile 3. Pile 3 has definitely been doing a lot of healing work, I'm hearing. You have inspired others with also how much you've healed. I think you guys are very different from a couple of years ago. You're also inspire people by how much you've evolved in life and how much you've evolved to protect your peace and keep your peace. Um, I think others are still learning that lesson, but you guys have mastered that. Um, for the final oracle card messages, you have heart's desires. The angels are supporting, guiding, and protecting you as your dreams become a reality. Yeah, so some of you, especially with the Nine of Cups, you're not afraid to dream big and to take day-to-day action with your dreams. I don't think this is a pile that just believes in manifesting, like writing in a journal and like you sit down and eat chips all day. Like you guys are actively, you like to act, you like to put action into things. And I think the heart's desires card with your life purpose, that's just confirming that with the Nine of Cups, pile 3 is definitely headed for a lot of dreams coming true related to your emotional fulfillment. um Oh, I have number 3, which pile 3 is funny. So, final card is 3, letting go. Some of us think holding on makes us strong, but sometimes it is letting go. Letting go simply means allowing things to be as they are without constantly struggling to control or resist an outcome, or continually reminding yourself of an unhappy past event or a negative emotion. Yeah, I think this is why I called you guys the stoner pile. You don't have to smoke weed to relate to this, but I just mean, like, stoners kind of come off like almost like my hippie pile, where it's like it's more about peace, and you guys just don't like to hold on to negative things for too long. You really don't like to be that person to be the party pooper. If anything, um I don't know why I'm picturing like Michael Scott. I'm picturing Michael Scott from The Office. Like, you guys like to be like the middle ground person to add like fun wherever you go, or like a chill vibe wherever you go. You don't like to, and I think that's what inspires other people about you, because that's a really memorable trait you have. They're like, oh, she was really nice, or he or she was really chill, like, or I really, that was really like, that was really interesting how that person handled that situation. Um, Really random. This is not going to relate to everybody, but I also feel like the way you manage your finances is inspiring. That's a random message, but I am getting something about financial abundance and some people in awe of how you're. This could be, maybe I'm channeling a future message or it's happening right now, but there's something about um something with financial abundance is it going to be inspiring if it's not already. Okay, so pile 3, those are your channeled messages. I hope you enjoyed this. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can. The link is in the description below. I hope to see you guys in my future videos, and I'm sending love and light to you guys. Bye bye.